The shootings of President Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy are two of the most famous and well-documented assassinations in history. Their personal characters, lifestyles and past are as interesting as their contribution to politics. There is still a lot of debate and uncertainty surrounding their killings, and opinions are still split on the many conspiracies that surround these leaders' last moments. Although we may never know for sure all the details that are involved in these events, there are many things that we can derive from the information and reports that are available. One of the most intriguing elements of both these cases is the amount of coincidences that are apparent when you compare the two. Their wives were both with them when they were killed. While residing in the White House, both Mary and Jacqueline experienced the loss of a child while their husband was president. Lincoln and Kennedy both have 7 letters. The vowel and consonant arrangement are the same for both surnames. Vice President to Lincoln, Andrew Johnson served in the House of Representatives in 1847, and Vice President to Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson served in the House of Representatives in 1947. They both ordered the Treasury to print money. Abraham Lincoln died in Peterson's house while Kennedy died in Parkland Hospital. Both these buildings share the first initials P and H. Kennedy's father and Lincoln's son at the court of St. James became the ambassador to England. Both the president's bodyguards were away from their posts at the times of the assassination. They were both involved in civil rights movements. Lincoln failed to win the vice presidential nomination in 1856, and JFK had the same issue 100 years later in 1956. Stephen Douglas was born in 1813 and he was defeated by Lincoln, and Richard Nixon was born in 1913 and was defeated by Kennedy. Lee Harvey Oswald, 1939–63, was shot by Jack Ruby, in front of cameras, 2 days after the JFK killing. The Warren Report was issued to investigate the death of the president. It consisted of 296,000 words and became 24 volumes of testimony, gathered from inquiries and witness accounts. It was compiled and worked on for the months that preceded the tragic event. John Wilkes Booth, 1839–65. It was not known if he was killed or committed suicide when he was overtaken 12 days after the assassination. He also managed to break his leg when jumping onto the stage from the balcony, when making his escape. He was an actor in Shakespearean plays, and the word assassinate is thought to have been the invention of William Shakespeare, as he is credited with being the first to document it. There are over 100 coincidences being debated to date.